Imagine this. You're walking through a park at night. The wind rustles the trees, and for a moment, it almost sounds like they're whispering your name. You stop, you listen, and then a laugh. Low, old, not childlike, not friendly. You spin around. No one's there. That's not a dream. That's the legend of dark Greenwood Park, a place where even adults refuse to walk after sunset. In the 1890s, Greenwood Park was meant to be beautiful. Benches, a lake, tall, elegant trees. Families came here every Sunday. But then, people started to vanish, one by one. Quietly, always at night. By 1910, locals whispered a name for it, the Dark Park. Old newspapers wrote the same thing, year after year. One, maybe two disappearances, always inside the park. Those who survived said the same words. The trees, they whispered, they wanted me. Locals still talk about it. Benches that shift to different spots by morning. A pale green light glowing from the lake even on nights with no moon. And the trees speaking with voices of those who vanished. They warn children, never walk the park alone, not even in daylight, because if the park remembers you, it will call you back. But some didn't listen. In 1923, a boy named Thomas, 17, stubborn, brave, wanted to prove it was all superstition. One night, he entered Greenwood Park, alone. The moon was bright. No lantern, no flashlight. Only shadows, only silence. His footsteps echoed too loudly, as if the ground didn't belong to him. And then he heard it. A laugh, soft, dry, not childlike, but from something older. Thomas froze. His chest tightened. He whispered to himself, "Just the wind, just the damn wind." But then he heard it again. Only this time, it was his own laugh. The air grew colder. The path stretched longer, twisting in ways it hadn't before. The lanterns that lined the walkway flickered, then died, one by one. And a voice, no many voices, whispered from the trees, "You're alone. You came wrong. You don't belong." Thomas turned, desperate, searching for anyone, for anything. But all he saw was his shadow. Only it wasn't his anymore. It had grown longer, taller, and it moved without him. Thomas ran. His breath tore through the silence. His shoes slammed against the dirt path. But no matter how far he moved, the trees seemed to close in. Branches reached for him, bending unnaturally low, scraping across his shoulders. And then he saw it. A figure, standing in the middle of the path. Tall, dressed in black, its arms too long, fingers stretching like roots. Its face hidden, just shadow. Thomas whispered, barely audible, Who are you?" The figure tilted its head, and the trees whispered back, "He is the park, and now so are you."
Thomas stumbled backward. His heel caught on a root, and he fell hard. The soil beneath him pulsed. It moved. And then hands began to push through the dirt. Dozens of them, rotting, splintered, bark and bone fused together. Eyes, hollow, glowing faintly green. The faces of those who vanished. They clawed at his legs, his arms, pulling him downward. And all the while, the whispers grew louder. Not one voice, hundreds, all around him. Stay, stay, stay. He screamed, he fought, he tore at the soil, but the ground itself wanted him. By sunrise, they found him. Thomas was sitting at the park entrance, alive, silent, his skin pale as paper. He never explained how he got out. He never explained why his fingernails were packed with dirt, or why tiny green shoots were sprouting from his palms. When people asked what happened, he only said one thing over and over: "The park remembers me." He never went back, but his friends swore they caught him staring at the tree line at night, listening, as if the trees were still whispering his name. Even now, locals warn about Greenwood. They say the park is alive, that it doesn't just take people, it keeps them. And if you walk through at night, alone, it will notice you. It will remember you. It will follow you home. So, imagine it's you. You're walking under the trees. You hear laughter, a whisper that knows your name. Do you keep walking, or do you run before the ground opens beneath your feet? Because once the dark Greenwood Park marks you, you don't leave. You only change.